I'm sure when I drove up here, you're all asking yourself, how does he drive that crazy thing? Well, you see this white tube by my mouth? This is my bong. Yeah, it's a good hit. Yeah, good hit. Like smoking out with that. But when I'm not smoking on it, I use it to drive my wheelchair. It's called a sip and puff, yet my girlfriends like to call it a suck and blow. I sip to pack up. I puff to go forward. I do a light sip to turn left, and a light puff to turn right. The power chair gives me my independence to get around. Now I'm from Grand Haven. Started out driving here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon to get here by 8:30. It took me about 6 hours. And I gotta tell you, your potholes in Grand Rapids are terrible. I'm like driving along, the head's going up and down, and I'm sipping and puffing, and now I know what those cookers feel like over on Division Street. Now, one of the benefits of being in a power chair is that you get to run over people. When I was in high school, that is when I ran over the most people. I'd always find that teacher that gave me an F, oh, he'd be in a lot of trouble. Run him over, be like, hey, I didn't do it, it was the wheelchair. And you'd find those pretty girls and ask them, will you go out with me? No, ran. Boy, they became roadkill really fast. Yeah, actually, it's chair kill. Yeah, everybody loves chair kill. Now, after I graduated from high school, I stopped running people over. Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I saw a gentleman in the Myers. I ran him over, and the mom said to me, you just ran over my kid. And I said to the mom, that's your kid? I thought that was Justin Bieber. I mean, come on, we all want to run over Justin Bieber, right? No, I'm sure he's a good kid. I tell you, if there is one person out there I'd like to run over, it's loudmouth bitch Joan Rivers. She's just begging for it. So when I'm not running people over, I am running over the next best thing, bubble wrap.
Go on the other side of the pole. Get out.
Just light me up and I will be your firecracker. Now, there are advantages of being paralyzed and disadvantages. One of the advantages is that I don't feel when they poke a needle in my skin. So when they're going to draw for blood, I always put on a good act like, ow, man, oh, that hurts so much. It hurts like a mother. Please take it out. Then they take it out and I'm like, gotcha. One of the disadvantages of being paralyzed is that I cannot feed myself, so I always have to tell everyone. There's always, here comes a birdie, here comes an airplane. I just like, just shut the fuck up and put the food in my mouth. I also can't turn the channel with the remote control on my TV. Are there any girls in here that are great channel surfers? You know, channel surfing? Any girls in here that are good at it? I'm sure they're just shy. Well, I'd like to find a girl that could channel surf and we could come back to my place tonight and we can channel surf all night long. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with one final joke. I'm always asked, can you have sex in this wheelchair? And I want to tell you. You're damn straight, this wheelchair was built for it.
I love being a dad. Being a dad is the best part of my life. My daughter is absolutely beautiful, and I find myself being, a very egotistical parent. Like when people don't comment on how beautiful my daughter is, I get pretty pissed about it. Like if we're walking in the mall and we walk past someone and they don't at least look at her and smile, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with those assholes? Fuck them. So I love bringing my daughter around moms, because moms are always like, oh my God, your daughter is so cute. And I'm like, oh, damn straight. Better recognize with your ugly kids. But it's true though. There are some ugly kids, aren't there? I didn't know that before I had my daughter and was like interacting with more kids. Like I used to be like, oh, all kids are beautiful, they're all so cute. No, it is not so. There are some ugly kids. There are some ugly babies out there. I never knew that. It's true. And the thing about an ugly baby is, it's like a car wreck. You can't look away. Like it's just, it's mesmerizing. Like some people tried to show me their baby the other day. They're like, this is little Sarah. And I'm like, oh, she's... Okay, that's like something out of Star Wars right there. Jabba the Hutt with a binky. God. Can you get that thing away from us before my daughter catches fugly from it? A little further, please. Thank you. Jesus.
My tattoo is a Celtic cross, and above it says, if I survive, then I'll see you tomorrow. It's on my back. When you first get a tattoo, it is you. It is the most beautiful thing and you love it. Then eventually you start to think about this tattoo. For instance, if I ever get raped, that's all he's gonna see. If I survive, then I'll see you tomorrow. There we go. And I don't need him tapping me on my shoulder when he's done and going, I'll see you tomorrow. And if that does happen, I feel the need that maybe I should put my sister's cell phone number on my back. Because she's a Marine, so hopefully if he calls her, I'm going to hear her on the other line going, I don't know who you are, but I'll find you, and I will kill you.
But I have to say I miss summer. I miss the neighborhood pool. Used to take my girls there almost every day. There were 30 kids just diving and running and jumping and playing Marco Polo. The only drawback was that they had one bathroom for everybody to use, besides the pool, right? Isn't that what they're saying with only one bathroom? Come on, just use the pool. Oh, well, I gotta tell you that my husband is wonderful. He's here this evening along with a friend, so I'm really excited. Let's hear it for them. Yeah. lose 10 pounds, but my husband could lose 50, so fuck it. I'm not gonna do it, right? I used to struggle with my weight until I watched this TV movie about a really heavy woman who discovered she had an absorbed fetus in her abdomen. Poor lady spent her entire life walking around with a dead twin inside of her and didn't even know about it. Now, some people rely on WebMD to help diagnose a medical condition, but I say a Lifetime movie starring Tori Spelling works just as well. I want you all to think about it. I'm only fat here and here, which means I should have been triplets. Guys, that's great news, because I think I look damn good for 3 people. Not sure if you know this, but Catholics are required to attend premarital counseling before they walk down the aisle. It's a must, there's no way around it. I'm Catholic, and I propose that couples should just sleep in the same adjustable bed for one night instead. It turns out my sleep number's 4 and my husband's is 666. I love how someone's like, whoa! Anyway, yeah, seriously, part of this wedding preparation for Catholics includes a compatibility test. The bride and groom-to-be have to each take like a 150 question test, fill out this Scantron sheet. It's insane, but I understand because you're trying to determine if people are compatible, right? For like the next 50 years. Do you know that out of that many questions, there's not a single one about anal sex? Come on, it would be important to know, right? I mean, I know I'm responsible too. I signed up, I said in my vows for better or worse, but I didn't know worse was butt sex. You know? I thought it was gonna be like filing for bankruptcy or a kid dying, but anal sex is not worse, it's the worst. Anyway, my husband said, you know, we've been married for 9 years. If this is going to continue to go well, we should spice things up in the bedroom, but first let's come up with a safe word. I said, here's one. No! It doesn't have to be complicated, right? I get really discouraged with Facebook, you guys. Anytime I log in to see how my friends are, my girlfriends, people that I roomed with in college, or ladies I waited tables with growing up, I'm scrolling through photos these days of like just large groups of happy white females wearing the same sexy blouse. No one got another black friend to replace me. Were they glad when I left? I can see some people go, mark that black friend shit off my bucket list. It's time to take a spin class. Okay. So my neighbor jogged past my house this morning with bare feet, and I just shook my head because when I asked him what that was about once, he said, oh, it takes a few weeks to get used to, but African runners do great without shoes. Like they have a choice? Come on, it's a little offensive to poor people, don't you think? To be so rich and satisfied with life that you need a temporary and miserable challenge 4 days a week? If you're going to make a decision based on a radical stereotype, don't you think it'd be important to ask an African instead of take NPR's word for it? Man, I love my shoes. I'm not up here doing barefoot comedy because I'd be barefoot in Africa, you know? You know what I'm saying? And here's an idea for that guy, my neighbor. Maybe it's not the bare feet that helps these people run so fast, it could be all the wildlife that's chasing after them. That's all I'm saying. Ladies, have you ever wiped your face with your husband's bath towel on accident? Did that once. It has to go down as one of the worst newlywed moments of my life. You wake up groggy, you brush your teeth, you wipe your face with ball sweat. Doesn't even make sense, because this is the towel he uses to dry off after a shower. So there I was wondering, how dirty were his balls to begin with?
You ever heard the saying, drunken words are sober thoughts? It's a bunch of bullshit. I've never been sitting there sober thinking to myself, man, I really should try jumping over that bonfire. Can't imagine some random guy sitting there at work on a Tuesday just thinking to himself, man, it would be totally acceptable if I sleep with a fat chick tonight. Another saying I don't get is, if you can make a girl laugh, you can make her do anything. Another bullshit statement. I've never told a joke that was so funny that a girl just started giving me a blowjob. That's why I call them gut busters, not nut busters. So one time I was trying to be slick, and I was at the bar, walked up to the bartender, she's really hot, and I was like, I winked at her, and I was like, how about a sex on the beach? Apparently it didn't work, because based on the look she gave me, she made me a go fuck yourself in the parking lot. If I had to sum up my sex life in 2 words, they'd be unemployed plumber. Sure, I'd love to be out there laying pipe, I just can't find anybody that thinks I'm the right man for the job. So I tried smoking pot once, but it didn't really do anything for me. I also tried smoking pans, plates, and spoons, but I only burned my lips. They say the best things in life are free, so why do I always have to pay for sex? I was thinking the other day, if you have really bad acne and you let a blind person touch your face, do you think they can read your thoughts?
In the news, Taylor Swift. I don't know if you guys know about this, but Taylor Swift just signed a deal with Keds. She's gonna be getting her own gym shoe. The hip-hop game is taking over, all right? Next thing you know, Taylor Swift's gonna put out a mixtape. It's T Swifty, bitches. On my 2013 shit. John Mayer's on the tracks. Killing them. See Underwood, you biting my style? Suck on these nuts. I don't know why it's funny to me to have Taylor Swift say these nuts, but in my head, that's the way it goes. I had a female friend who told me about an instance where she was having sex with a guy, and she immediately regretted it as soon as it started. Does that happen to y'all ladies? Oh, it does happen? I mean, because for a guy, no matter how bad the sex is, once we start, we're going to power through it. Just going to finish up here and not call her. Lose this phone number and deny it to all my friends. But women, you guys have options, you know. If you ever caught in that same situation, ladies, this is what I would suggest to do, all right? If you start having sex with a guy, and immediately you start to say, oh my God, I don't want to do this. As opposed to making the sexy sounds, you know, like the vowels, ooh, ah, oh. Try some consonants. I don't want to do this shit. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Go ahead and finish. Hey, look here, I'm about to, I gotta get the hell up out of here. Guarantee you will fuck him up for the next couple weeks. Hey bro, how was your weekend? Man, I swear to God, I fucked a retarded girl this weekend.
You gotta be careful when you get a tattoo. You have to be very careful. My neighbor Dan, perfect example. He has an American eagle, or a bald eagle, and in the talons of that bald eagle, he's got an American flag. And it says, live free or die. That was a badass tattoo when he was 19 years old in the United States Marine Corps, but now he's 53 and living in the suburbs. The other day, he helps me take an old refrigerator out of my basement. I'm like, Dan, let me take you out for a beer. He says, oh, I gotta go ask Kim. So I killed him. Right then and there. But man, directions are on your shoulder. Live free or die. You are no longer free. I don't think I will even be prosecuted. My brother's got a hell of a problem. My nephew graduated college this spring, and to celebrate, he got a tattoo on his neck. Yeah. So my brother spends $85,000 for this kid's education, and he immediately finds a cure for success and prosperity. I saw him a couple weeks later. He's like, Uncle Mike, you see my new tattoo? I'm like, yeah, it's right on your fucking neck. Hard to miss. He says, yeah, in Chinese this says strength. I'm like, really? Because in English, that says minimum wage. And it kind of screams it, actually. Kind of screams it. I've heard that 60% of Americans are obese. 60%. And yet we do nothing at all for these people. As a matter of fact, when you go from being obese to morbidly obese, we give you a handicap parking sticker, thus reducing the distance between yourself and Twinkies. I think what we should do if we really cared about them is we would mandate that they park in the furthest space from the door, saddle them, and allow the truly handicapped to ride them through the storm. Think about it. They get exercise, the handicapped get transportation, we get entertainment. The economy sucks, it's not getting any better. And I just heard on the radio, they said, you know, if you're in a bad situation and you're feeling bad about your current situation, you should seek to make a difference in another person's life. And I thought, oh, that's a great idea. So I loaded a bunch of child porn on my brother-in-law's computer. And then I called the cops. Man, oh man, did that make a difference in his life. His employment situation's different, his friends are different, and his future is way different. I feel terrible that I didn't do it a lot sooner. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm Mike Cole.
I go to church on Sunday. I like to go to the second service because the second service is more hangover friendly. If you guys go to church and you notice there's a difference between first service people and second service people. Like the first service people get up early, dress well, showered, scrubbed, and shaved. Second service people still wiping the sleep out of their eyes as the pastor preaches. First service people, their kids are so well behaved. Second service, who cares? It's not their weekend. I've got kids. Anyone else that you know about? Yeah. Doesn't matter. They're not here. I've got a 3-year-old, you know, because we kept it. And, it was a choice. I think we made the right one. Because now we're actually trying to have another with no luck. Yeah. To improve our chance at conception, we've decided to move into a trailer park. Yes. Give up on getting our GED. That's what my cousin did, and she's got more kids than Chuck E. Cheese on a rainy day. It's a lot. If that doesn't work, we're moving to Sparta. That's your hometown, Sparta?
Yes.
Man, they use Sparta as the punchline. I actually feel guilty for using that because it's so fucking hacky. I actually live in Sparta. No. My wife gets mad, comments bash on Sparta, she's like, motherfucker has 3 water towers. It's got a freaking Little Caesars and a Hungry Howie's. Yeah, what else? I once put Miracle Grow in my underwear. It didn't help my dick get any bigger, but the crabs got huge. I am faithful. My favorite time of the day for sex is right before my wife wakes up and not a moment sooner. The sleeping pills don't put her in the mood for sex, but they do put her in the position. That's helpful. Got a picture. She's laying on her back, drooling. It's so awesome. It reminds me of our first time. Oh, wow. I just found out my 65-year-old neighbor is pregnant. I didn't even know women that age could get pregnant, or I wouldn't have done that. Look, Look, some people have a memory foam mattress, not me. I have a futon full of regret. Always put blueberry muffin mix all over my body, you know, because my dog has peanut allergies. Thanks for laughing at that. When I did a fundraiser show, like an actual show a week ago, and it was a fundraiser, it was really, really conservative, pretentious white people. It was like Romney bumper stickers on every fucking car. They were like eweing all of my jokes. And I don't even know why. And they're eweing all of my jokes. Well, I know why. They're eweing my jokes. But there's a fucking bachelorette party in the front row. They're eweing every one of my jokes, but they're doing the grossest thing I've ever seen. They're drinking all their drinks with these little tiny penis straws. Well, they were drinking White Russians. Never see a male equivalent. You never see a guy at a bachelor party drinking a Bloody Mary from a plastic vagina. And thank you guys, it's been my time. Enjoy this show.
I stopped fucking with Wendy's too, because them motherfuckers gave me the ashiest baked potato in history last week. Baked potato looked like Morgan Freeman. I'm like, what is that? Like, oh, he's like, oh, what's wrong, sir? I'm like, what is this shit here? They're like, you want some sour cream? I need some lotion for this. Why the fuck did my salad look like Don Knotts? I don't fuck with Little Caesars anymore. While I'm up here, I want to say fuck Little Caesars because their employees lack motivation. Okay, like I understand only paid $5 for the pizza, but that don't mean you don't have to fucking cut it. Okay, like, you open the box and it has like the lines where the pizza cutter did go. They just were too lazy to apply pressure. You know what I mean? You know, pretend it's your baby daddy or something. I don't care. I should have never let you fuck. He had to change hot and ready to warm and trifling. That's what he called it here on out. I also decided to give up malt liquor, or what I like to call concentrated poverty juice. Milwaukee's Best ain't no better either. That shit tastes like unemployment. You need at least 2 misdemeanor charges before they let you purchase E&J. That's the threshold right there. I gave up eating candy, and that was hard for me. But the hardest part of it was giving up Laffy Taffies. And I eat them all the time, not because I like the candy, but because I like the jokes, right? And what y'all don't know, I don't know if y'all know this, y'all know little kids write those jokes, right? Y'all know that? Well, you learn something while the tiger's getting their ass kicked. Little kids write those jokes, right? And you can always tell the kids that come from fucked up neighborhoods and fucked up households, because it's always like, what did the papa bear say to the mama bear? Get in the kitchen, bitch! Why don't you smoke it all?